morning, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing Tuesday. We are talking about content creation today. So let's tackle content creation. So I asked what some things are that everyone's struggling with, and I put a poll in here and how to write great content. So there's a couple secrets for writing great content, and it's not as hard as you might think. So I'm going to tell you a couple things. There are algorithm rules. Has nothing to do with what you're able to do in your business or how your business goes. If you're looking to grow a successful business in a financially successful, stable way. So I'm saying this, if you are not looking to make 5 figures consistently in your business or 6 figures consistently in your business, whatever that number is, I want you to keep this in mind that what I'm about to tell you is for those people looking to grow, scale, and make really consistent higher levels of income. Anything from $5,000 months to $50,000 months, whatever. This is the rule you need to follow. So I'm going to start there. If you are someone who's only looking to make under $1,000 a month, you're not looking for steady income, you're not looking for steady growth, then it's a different process. So I'm not tackling the not looking for steady income growth for your business person. So I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking to the person that is looking to grow their business. I don't care what that looks like, but if you're looking for growth and steady income, there is a set of rules that go with content creation. These are not rules that I am making up and pulling out of my butt. These are rules based on what the algorithms for different platforms say. And social media is only part of your marketing. So content creation has multiple levels. You've got your basic marketing, which is your sales marketing. So that is your website, your sales funnels, your consistent content going to your website. That's one part of marketing. Part 2 of marketing is social media, writing social media content. Part 3 is your networking content, your visibility content. So we've got 3 pieces of types of content that go towards marketing. If you are looking to scale, grow, and have consistent income with your business, you need a good website. Now, a website, you don't need to start with a website for a business. So I want to get that out there now. You don't need to start with a website, but you do need to have one and work towards getting one. Can you work off just having a Facebook business page and a Facebook professional profile at first? Absolutely. I know many people who have built their businesses like that, but getting consistent income gets more difficult the longer time goes on without a website. So that's one part of it. Having a good sales funnel. Sales funnel does not mean fancy sales funnel pages through ClickFunnels or Go High Level or Kajabi or whatever. A sales funnel is clear customer journey on your website. What is the point of somebody being on your website? To book a call with you. That's 90% of us. That's what 90% of us are going to do, or sell the product. So is it clear of what somebody's supposed to do when they're on your website? That is a sales funnel. That's it. It's not some 20-page sequence or anything like that. So don't go there. Keep it simple. Number 2, social media content. Social media content for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google My Business, and TikTok. You will notice I left off Pinterest, YouTube off of there. So Pinterest and YouTube, no, they're not social media, they're search engines. So your main social media platforms, they need consistent income. Does that mean every single day at 9 a.m.? No, it does not. What is your consistency? Find what your consistency pattern is going to be and stick to it. If you followed me for a long time, you know I've told you this. What is your consistency pattern going to be? Stick to it. Is it going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Yes, great. Sometime in the morning? Yes, great. That works. Is it just going to be on Mondays you're going to put up new content? Great. That's good to know. You will do better for Facebook specifically if you post every single day. You are decreasing your views, your engagement, and your visibility if you aren't doing something every single day on Facebook. It's how Facebook works. End of story. Sorry. I hate it too. It's annoying. Instagram, you have a little more freedom. You can post just a few times a week and it'd be fine. But how do you use each of the platforms? Great content isn't about necessarily you writing the most amazing content, believe it or not. It's about the consistency of the content. So yes, that sucks. Yes, that's horrible, especially when you're an ADHD business owner. I'm going to talk next Tuesday about how to do better. far as writing the content itself. But today we're talking about how content works. So consistency is king when it comes to content. So what is your consistent pattern going to be? And that means even when you're having a terrible day, when you're having a low energy day, if that is the consistency pattern you have chosen for your business, you've got to stick to it. How do you do that? You schedule things out. Facebook and Instagram, you could schedule right out here in Meta. It's absolutely free. You don't need fancy software for that. There are a million ways to do that. I am happy to answer those questions of how to do that, best platforms for that, all that kind of thing. Anytime anybody asks. Number 2, consistency is king. So number 1 and number 2, consistency is king. Consistency in posting schedule. Whatever that is, keep consistent. Again, Facebook algorithm likes daily posts. Instagram does too. You can move around where you're posting. As long as you're in the app posting somewhere in Instagram, whether it's a reel, a story, or in the normal feed, as long as you're doing it daily, you're fine. You don't necessarily have to do a feed post every day. You should do a story every day. A reel you could do once every other week if you want to. Just be consistent, whatever that pattern is going to be. Number 2, consistency is king in your messaging. What are you talking about? How are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it? What do you want people to do? You have to be really, really clear. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. You have to be super clear. You can't change your messaging consistently. I had a really hard time. My team and I should say, had a really, really hard time. September, October, November, September, October. I don't remember what months, because I was figuring out what I was doing when everything crashed. So it took a little bit of time for me to get back on track so that I could figure out what my message was going to be again, because I had to start over. Part of why it was a little difficult is because I was folding other people into the original ADHD coach. And we had to come up with our messaging again and figure out the pattern of what it was going to look like. Alyssa Fry was an amazing part of that process and helping me get on track and helping me get everything all situated, because I was a mess in September and October. Not going to lie. But it took us a little bit to figure out what that consistency pattern is. Did that hurt us? Yes, it did. It absolutely hurted us. Hurt us. When you're not consistent with your messaging, your visuals, and your posting pattern, it hurts. It decreases your visibility. It decreases your sales funnel. It decreases all of your marketing, everything, your networking, everything. It decreases everything when you are not consistent. So consistent in posting pattern and consistent in content. You have to be consistent. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Why are you talking about it? All of those things. People want to know who you are, what you do, why you do it, and how to get a hold of you. That is the main thing that all of your content should be. And I will admit that is something that we aren't doing the greatest job here. Original ADHD Coach, ADHD Upgrade in our content is we're not telling people how to hire us often enough. And we're getting there. We wanted to get a lot more value content out there to begin with. So even I, who knows these things, am not perfect at it. And that's fine. You have to slowly move towards it, get yourself in the rhythm of doing those things. There's nothing wrong with that. But we've been consistent with posting schedule, and we've been consistent with getting content out there. And you'll get consistent with your messaging as you move through. And again, having a website for that really helps. So tackling content creation, posting consistency is number 1. Even if your content is bad, as long as it's consistent, the messaging is consistent and the posting is consistent, you can then work towards the perfect content. And we'll talk about the content next week, but I want you to think about what is your consistent pattern, your consistent pattern. Every one of us has a different consistent pattern. We have low energy days. It sucks. We have executive dysfunction days. Yes, it sucks. We have RSD days. Yes, it sucks. But if you're working to your patterns and your patterns of high energy, your hyper-focused days, and doing a ton of that work on those days that it's the best for your brain, it will even out for the days it's not, and you can stay consistent. If you are not consistent, you're not going to be consistently growing your business. You're not going to be consistently earning money in your business. It is a reality of social media being your main thing. Unless you are putting money into ads or PR, your social media is how people find you. People can't find you if you're not consistent. The platforms are not going to show you unless your content is consistent. Everybody knows this. A lot of ADHD business owners are like, just work to your best advantage, work to your energy levels. Yes, that's true. And I want you to be able to do that, but you have to optimize when your energy is at its best so that you're consistent when your energy is not. You have to work to those times. And it does take some practice, but that also takes accountability, obtainable action, and it takes support. That, I mean, y'all ask how I go from 0 to 60 all of the time. It's because I have support. I have to have consistent support, body doubling, accountability, all of those things. That's what helps me create better content and be consistent with my content. And my content is not 100% there yet. My content, our content here at ADHD Upgrade, is not 100% yet. We're getting there. We are getting there. We've had a lot of transitions and a lot of changes since September, and we're slowly getting our feet under us and getting moving again. It takes time, and that is okay, but be consistent in your message and be consistent in getting content out there. Those are more important than great content. I'm going to talk to you next Tuesday. I'll drop in and talk to you about really good content and how to write really good content. But I want you this week to work on who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? How do you do it? Your who, what, where, when, why, and how. Your 5 W's and an H. If you followed me at all, you know I talk about this all the time. What are your 5 W's and an H? Drop them below and let's start discussing under this video and talk about what your 5 W's and an H are. I will actually write it out for you so you're thinking about it, but that is what I'm going to base next week's training on. So come on in, let's talk about it, and let's start thinking about it so that you can talk and get your content so that it's great content. Have a good day, everyone.